Good morning, everybody. Hello, Patty. How is everybody? Are we having fun yet? Checking out the chat. It's noon. Viva Libre. No, I don't. I don't even know if I'll get a bathing suit on while I'm here. It's entirely too much to get done. Entirely too much to happen. Hello, Bill. Hello, Ann. Hello, Trick Tenny. Hello, Cass and Charlie W. up in Brockton. Tahoe Builder. Anthony. Hello, Thomas. Trika. Hello, Alice and Roe. Hello, Daniel. Trying to keep up with everybody this morning while trying to keep the chat where it's supposed to be. Hello, Bill. I didn't even think about Blue Wolf being in Puerto Rico. Probably should have tried to find a way to reach out. Not someone I've got a number of. Hello, Mrs. Robinson. Hello, JJ. Poppy J. Boy, I'm still hoping for a coffee delivery. Oh my, only one cup of coffee, guys. One cup of coffee in the last 2 days for me. Whew, it's a scary thought. Hello, Yvette. Hello, Brian Aston in Louisiana. Chrissy and Nola, New Orleans. Hello, Milton, Vilma. Puerto Rico, I tell you, it's tough when you look around. I don't know if you'll be able to see if I move the camera, and you might end up getting a little motion sickness if I do. But it's quite a view. Let's see. At night it's 70. During the day, if it gets really hot, it's 85. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. I could get used to this. Traffic around San Juan, though, yeah. Driving's not really a thing here. He had no golden egg. Oh, geez. All right. Annabelle, I hope she's missing me. She's probably going to get home and she's not going to have a thing to do with me for a day. Yeah, the fan is probably a little disconcerting. I was trying to figure out where's a good place for me to sit, but the place where I sat yesterday was very uncomfortable. So the fan looks choppy. It's not. All right. Baja Girl loves Puerto Rico. Melinda, what am I doing down here? Meeting with a number of crypto people, Puerto Rican Crypto Association, as we look towards a future of digital finance and decentralized finance. I am getting an education. I have meetings, a couple more meetings throughout the coming week with people in the industry to find out what's coming, how are they trying to offset SWIFT system, all of those things. It's fascinating. It is a whole new world, and we're getting awfully close. P2RP. No, not necessarily a cashless society. A different approach to it. One in which governments don't get to control you or your money. Everybody seems, yeah. This is interesting. All right. Keep talking forever, but we need to get to it. Biggest piece of news I have for you guys. Let me try to find it first. Get everything prepared. Then I am going to see if I can pull this one up for you. I'm learning with the new mobile setup how to still do that. So hold on, guys. I can put up a banner first. We're going to talk a little bit of news. Now I'm going to share screen. Bear with me. Let's see. Aha, here we go. This should share the screen. This is actually Thursday. Parliamentary move to restore the exchange rate. For all the folks out there that are just doubting, wondering what's going on, nothing's real. The overwhelming amount of articles, paperwork, government filings we've gotten out of Iraq recently has been overwhelming as they move to push to get the exchange rate to be restored, because it's caused damage to many poor middle classes. I mean, it goes on and on and on, including all the paperwork that has been filed at the UN and the UN statements about it. I know there are a lot of Debbie Downers out there, but if they would just take the time to read for themselves, they would be just blown away. But here's one. Check out that parliamentary move to restore the exchange rate as they are still pushing. Government still looking like it will be sat before the 26th or on the 26th, still looking for court date on April 4th if the exchange, this is a big if based on what I'm being told in Iraq now, if the exchange rate has not changed yet. All right, now let me get back to you all because I can't see you right now. Trying to get back to you. There's more news, but I need to get the stuff off the screen so that I can see you all. Now I can see you. Okay. Filet mignon and a lobster dinner. That would be awesome. Yeah, it would. Okay. Now what I'm hearing, and I didn't bring a hat. Yeah, brought the golden egg shirt if needed. It's back there in the luggage. I'm excited about that, but forgot the hat for news. I need Robert's strange hat with the horns. That'd probably be more fun. What I'm hearing, okay, folks, currency exchange center, my redemption folks are not working this weekend. They've already gotten that heads up this morning. Going in on Monday, what most of my banking sources in Reno are hearing is going to be early this week. That is what they're being told at this point. Bond folks, I've lost probably half my bond folks. They have just like fallen off the face of the earth. I mean, no communication at all. Could mean an NDA, could be something less cool than that. They could just be wrapped up in personal life or things going on. But what I'm hearing out of my bond folks is that they expect all bonds to be paid by this coming Thursday. So it appears we are wide open. If you hear some noise coming in, that's my son returning. He went to find coffee. And Jeremy, one of the other folks with us. Yes, I got coffee. Sorry. That's okay. Now I'm going to, I'll try to change directions. Oh, God, you are a hero, man.
Careful. The lid is
Yeah.
not good.
All right, now I'm happy, guys. Yay, coffee. And man, is the coffee here exceptional. That is for certain. Do we have to wait for bonds to go? We've always been told that we need a certain percentage of bonds complete and paid for before they go. Zester, yes. Zester is in the house. I don't know if I can get him to, well, actually, he's, I think, parking a vehicle, but. Oh, my goodness. Can't they say, Mike G, I would assume they're going to be allowed to say they're under an NDA when it occurs. Happy B, it's good to see you. Oh, no, guys, that was not Zester. That was Jeremy. Would you like to, say hello? You guys know him as Roy Toy used to come in, a friend of mine in the real world, Afghanistan vet. Excuse me, Iraqi vet.
Well, DoD contractor. I wasn't actually military, but.
Okay.
Hey, everybody. Hope you guys are well wherever you are, and have fun with this one.
Yeah. Now we have Zet or my son coming in. You're getting a lot of highs. Okay. T-Dez, the coffee is exceptional here. The coffee is exceptional.
Make their day. Make their day.
Yeah, make their day. Oh, he's even wearing the proper shirt for here. That is my actual son. There you go. All right, Jeremy, they say you look like me.
Do we need to do a...
Like we look like brothers or something.
Paternity test?
Yeah, Jerry Springer paternity
related
test.
some way, somehow?
That is just fantastic.
Mark, you are the father.
Luke, I am your father. Okay. Oh, you're getting a hello, Zach, you're handsome comment. All right, let's get to it. I will wait to, well, yeah, I'll eat a bite or two once we have the folks from CBD Gurus on. Is there any way to turn the fan off? It seems to be causing buffering because of the movement. All right. See, unredacted gets it. She says, very handsome son. Poor kid looks entirely too much like me. Do I think 4B will go before public? Kimmy, same time as public based on what I'm hearing right now. Based on what I'm hearing right now. Okay, the fan is busy slowing itself down. Other things in the news to look at. I'm going to try to drop, hopefully, this article is going to fit for you guys. This is 100 plus nations have now inked a global agreement being deployed called Project Sandman to drop and end the dominance of the US dollar and the petrodollar. I'm going to bounce this article in for you. I've got to come up with a way to add these to links. I will figure that out with Zester here shortly to get links up after we finish and wrap up today. Kukli, yes, Zach takes very good care of me. I am very fortunate. I am blessed. Oh, wait, and I even get to show you Lucy's new haircut for those that, For her, this is short. Oh, see, she's even, well, here, she's all dressed up. She now works at a hospital. She's getting volunteer hours because she's going into the healthcare industry, but all dressed up for the hospital. But no, here's the better one. That is her new haircut. She's looking a little tired there, but that for her is crazy short hair. Crazy short hair. Brenda, I am hearing we're going to have up to 30 days to exchange, up to 10 days to set that appointment, though, meaning you will have to call and get your appointment set, but you'll have to fill it within 30 days. All right. I'm going to drop the Sandman article again. Now, this, in different forms and fashions, guys, this is just one of the easiest to read articles I found on it. It has been released in a number of different news outlets as countries move forward with it. We also have from AMB Crypto report. New report suggests RippleNet as an alternative to SWIFT for the Arab world. You XRPers are already enjoying a couple of good days with what, a 3 or 4 cents move already? Isn't that accurate? XRP, roughly a 3 or 4 cent move.
It's up 4.5%.
4.5%, yeah, 4.5% just over the last couple of days over this move, which is to me huge. If you're out there making money, undercover Mark. Yeah, I'm ready for it to happen too. Yeah, it's coffee that gives the glowing appearance. I need more of it. Okay, other things in the news. Much of it on, let's see, spies who stories over the that started maybe 17 hours ago. We're eating New York Post, Washington Examiner, some mainstream spies who lie, 51 intelligence experts that refuse to apologize for discrediting the Hunter Biden story. Of course, we've also seen Rasmussen come out, and 17% of folks that voted in the last election for Biden said there is no way they would have voted for him if they would have known the laptop was true. So these 51 intelligence operatives changed the outcome. So if you wonder if they have the ability to change a political outcome, yeah, you can answer that one. Adventure Seeker, I have my credit card zeroed out 10K worth. That is amazing. We've also seen forgiveness has started on medical bills. They have already started forgiving everything 500 and under, and is supposed to start expanding up. So if you have old medical doubt out there, a lot of that has started disappearing over the last few days as well. I'm not seeing any rainbow coins. No, Jeremy, we camp. The funds we get from the RV, they're supposed to be gold backed, not fiat. Yeah, and things should be gold back. Price of everything we purchase should be considerably lower because our currency will have more value. It'll be much stronger, so we'll be able to buy way more with it. Now think about that. Let's say if we're only to go like the the nominal something exchange rate. All right, you guys have this one. I don't know why it keeps messing with me mentally. That is, keep forgetting that one. Um, let's say they are right and they take their worst case scenario and they get $1.50, but your $1.50 is suddenly worth now what a 1970 dollar would be worth. That would still be huge, would still be just huge, but should be even bigger because we are still expecting at least a replacement of the old rate and more valuable dollars. It is big, just big. All right, what else did I have to share with you? Oh, Fauci. I know you guys are going to be heartbroken. He's considering stepping down, probably in hopes that they will just leave him alone and not prosecute him. Uh, Bill Barr suddenly comes out after he was instrumental in suppressing the Hunter Biden laptop and says, oh, it definitely impacted the 2020 election. Now he wants to look like the good guy. Maybe he's hoping things go well for him after the midterm elections. Mainstream, I don't know if I can say this one, so I am going to drop in here and share this one so you guys can read it yourself. Give me just a moment to figure out how to do that one again. Here it is. 9 in 10 deaths. This is what they've learned as they've dove into the numbers. Of course, we had the same reports coming out of UK. A number of folks have started diving into the reported numbers in the US and trying to find ways to filter it out because of the way they define it here. And they have isolated certain counties that fully report so that they can see if that data holds up from reports we've seen in Israel and Ukraine. And sure enough, dead on, they are holding up. So 9 in 10 are properly lollipopped. And that gets even more severe if you read the article. You will see even more interesting pieces on that one to justify the numbers. I love some of you guys' comments are just classic. All right. It is just fantastic. All right, now I'm ready for Matt. Matt, you guys call in whenever you're ready. But we can keep going forever on the news. There's been so much fun stuff. The most important one is, of course, the article coming out of Iraq in their parliament that they are working towards changing that exchange rate. That is the most important piece of the day for you guys, article wise, and the Sandman article as they discuss the death of the petrodollar. Sorry, I'm digging it. I need a tan. Okay, let's just do. Oh, Sheer, how is it going? She's at a conference, a business to business in the hemp industry. Can only imagine that it is fascinating. The Zim, I have no idea what Mike Penny said on the Zim, so I don't know if I can qualify that, quantify, or even logically discuss. Hello, Matt.
Hey, Mark, how's it going?
That's going fantastic. Don, yes, you'll be able to call him the next day. Doing well. It's warm down here. You should visit. Minnesota sucks. Nothing against you folks in Minnesota,
yeah,
but
the weather sucks. You know, the people are. I like my friends and everything, but everything else sucks. Yeah, the liberals suck. The weather sucks. The liberals are just like a cold wind coming in on a dreary day. You know. But anyway, that's Minnesota. But anyways, everything's going good. The CBD gurus are busier than ever. We got here's the other thing too. I'm going to just say it right away. Lucas can't make it in today. He's out. He's doing some business with some suppliers today.
All right.
Because he's the boss and he couldn't get out of it. So that's that. But I think Kevin's going to be calling in a little bit later. And if anybody doesn't know who I am, this is Matt with the CBD Gurus, and I'm a CBD guy. And how's that going, Mark?
Oh, that's going fantastic. I'm actually pulling up and typing in the password to get to the special side because I have no idea what you guys are offering this week.
Yeah, I'll just go over the recap of it. Well, on the specials, we got 10,000 Dong and 1 million Bolivar with each special you buy. There's 9 different specials this week, and they're all Kevin's got them listed up there. And as far as I know, they're all working this morning. Good. And we tested her out last night, me and Kevin, and I think they're all the connections are working pretty good, so I don't think there's a problem there like the last couple of weeks, but that was just a small problem anyway. But anyway, so we got the CBGA going still because, at the end of the week, I always look at how many sales there are in each item, and that's leading the pack with the Super D8 Delta 8 gummies. Those are the ones that are good for sleep. They're good for relaxation, but don't take too much of them during the day. We got those are the Delta 9s, and we got those in pomegranate, grape, and pineapple, and those are on special with the currency this week. Let's see, we got the Miracle Gold. That's still on special because that's selling like crazy. And out of all the capsules, the one that sold the most was weight loss, so we kept that going. Well, we actually sold a ton of the nootropic, but we ran out of it till next Thursday of next week, Mark. And that was a hot item.
Oh man,
and then,
that's a good product.
Yeah, it's a really good product. So if you're looking for something that just kind of wakes you up, I just take it for wake up, and my brain's pretty good, and but it's good for people that start forgetting everything, I guess, and but it works pretty good. And then what else we got on special there? There's oh man, I should know this stuff. We got the weight loss product. I just said that. What else is there? The CBGA, the CBGA. That's the one with the. That's pretty good on helping with the sickness out there, And I got another testimonial on that. My warehouse guy, Scotty, Monday he was sneezing and coughing and doing all kinds of stuff. I thought he was going to get a real bad cold, so I think he took 6 or 7 of those things, and then the next day he was fine again, so that was good. Let's see, what else we got on special there? I don't know. Go in there and take a look. I might have missed 1 or 2. But anyways, there's you got to get the 8 or 9 specials we have on there to get the currency and the Boulevard. And I will tell you something, Mark, about the currency and the Boulevard, the Dong and the Boulevard on the my currency guy, who's
right.
Probably he's by far the biggest seller in the country of all that stuff, with his company. And he tells me, his exact words yesterday, man, this stuff is, well, he said it earlier during the week, but then he repeats it again to me. He goes, this stuff is getting harder to get. And I said, why? And he goes, it's just costing more, He says, we used to get it for a certain price, now we don't, And their connections, where they buy it from, because he's connected right to the top on all these people. It's
right.
It's not as good anymore. And I was mentioning on a show, I think it was last week or the week before, the guys who are the connections for all these countries, they didn't even show up at the meeting that they had their big currency meeting. I think it was a month ago, 3 weeks ago, something like that. Do you remember me mentioning that, Mark?
I do.
Yeah. So anyways, I just want you to know, people, that things are getting a little tight out there, And I do think, I'm pretty sure on this 100% that most of the currency that is getting resold on the internet and that kind of thing is they're buying it and then they're reselling it. They're buying it from individuals that aren't.
They're either hurting or they've just given up.
Yeah, they've given up, but don't give up, okay? Because they're not getting it from the sources from the country anymore. Because and if they are, it's getting very expensive. Put it that way,
Now think about
that's true.
For the countries they're getting it from, to make it more expensive. That means the exchange rate is different than what they're telling us, because they're not wanting to give up that currency. Otherwise, they'd be willing to sell it all day long.
Yeah, exactly. And the one that's really getting tight, he said, is the Boulevards, And I know it's true because he just about doubled the price on them, so that's all. And the other ones are getting tight too. I used to be able to get the Dong about half the price of what I get it for now. Yeah, I really did. Yeah, for sure. So anyways, just telling you. And let's see, what else is there, Mark, on the everybody. So you buy the CBD from our company. The reason I'm on Mark's show and everything, I always, I started listening to Mark, I think, when you had about 50 people, Mark. I'd watch the account on the YouTube, and I'd be cruising along, and I'd listen to the replay while I was driving at night. And I've just been listening to you all along there and everything, and I forgot what I was just going to say. But anyways, before that, I took the CBD when I was hiking, and I literally was just dead. I had to lay down on the couch because I did about an 8-mile hike, and then so actually before I laid down, I went to the pot shop with the kids in Colorado and I got CBD, and I took I'd say about a third of the supply that was supposed to last a month. And then I laid down and I got up from the nap and I felt normal, so I knew it worked from the second I took it. And, it's not like, in vitamins, I take tons of vitamins, this and that, minerals and all that stuff, but those work slow, This works most of the time immediately. And, I'm not saying on every problem you have it's going to be immediate, but it starts healing it and it starts working on it. And to me, it's kind of like, well, I didn't know it existed, truthfully, Mark. You know what I mean? I didn't know things could fix you up that fast. So how's that sound?
I just had somebody over there ask about Parkinson's. For me, based on the research, I would do the what do you call them? Super full spectrum gummies with the THC 9 in it, or the Delta 9 in it. That's where all the research is pointing for Parkinson's, for epilepsy, for even like Huntington's disease, and also for Alzheimer's.
Yeah,
pretty cool.
And those ones you just mentioned, Mark, I'm surprised how many of those we sell. I'm in the Delta 8. Sometimes I'm shocked in how much we get sold of that. It's unbelievable.
Oh, wait a minute. I got to put you on hold for a second because Kevin's calling. All right, now I got Matt and Kevin. It's always fun to have both yous guys.
Good morning, Mark.
Good morning. Wait, is there a Delta 10 coming out? Somebody just said ask him about Delta 10. This is one I've not heard of.
Well, Lucas had talked about that a while back, and it's kind of an obscure thing, and I don't know. He just kind of, sometimes when it's he knows all about it. For some reason, he just said, "Nah, man, we're going to stay away from that for now." It's kind of like I don't think it does as much as the other ones, for certain things in healing and this and that,
Now, look, for me,
that's all I know about it, Mark.
For me, for pain, the Delta 8s have been more effective than the Delta 9s.
Yeah, and Delta 8, trust me, it's leading the pack in sales here 4 weeks in a row now. It's unbelievable. That's why I keep it on special. I'm not going to take something off that everybody wants to buy, truthfully. But, hey, when you do take that, if you've never taken it before, take it easy. Don't go
a
whole one a day or something. Start out with a half and, adjust how you're going to be on it, because everybody's different. Like what's that?
I was going to tell you, it's been some time since I shared, my mother taking the Delta 8 gummies. I still have to share that again, for all the new people.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Share it. Yeah, that was a good Thanksgiving story for the whole family.
Yeah, it was a great Thanksgiving story for the whole family. So, guys, like the Delta 8 gummies, like when they first came out, they only made them in like the 10 milligram gummies, and they had the little pack, right? And then they came out with another one. Instead of having 4 of the 10 milligram gummies, it had 2 25 milligram gummies. So, my mother had like real pain, like in the shoulder, neck area. Just has had just a very tough time with it. And, just the privilege of getting older and wiser and more stunning and wonderful like she is. So while I'd gone to, run some errands, do some sightseeing, and she was getting everything ready for the family Thanksgiving dinner. And I got back, and she was awfully proud of herself that she had dove in and eaten some of the gummies. And because there were only 2 in there, she was like, I'm really hurting. So instead of just eating one of these little, 10 milligram gummies, I'm going to eat two. But what she actually did was eat two of the 25 milligram gummies. And she was a trooper, but it definitely started hitting her, and she went to sleep that afternoon and got up to pee middle of the night and slept till the next morning. She did feel much better and was very well rested. She was cute. My niece had to spot her to make certain she was good to go to get herself in the bed. But it was awesome. It's gonna be one of those family stories told for decades.
Yeah, that's yeah. I kind of, everybody's kind of got a little experience like that. Maybe not exactly. And that was your grandma, Mark?
No, that was my mother. The very stunning.
Oh,
Like
okay.
while we're talking, I'll search for a picture for those that haven't seen. If you guys want to. She's truly a. I'm blessed and fortunate. Come from a. Anyways, I'll show a picture in a little bit. I'll search while you guys are talking.
Yeah, that's cool. So everybody out there, let's see. And Kevin, let's talk about the products just for a second, Kevin, before we get into some of the other stuff. Kevin's more of a, like, what do you call it, Kevin? What's your category?
Oh, I don't know, technical or whatever.
Technical guy, yeah, for sure. And but let's talk about some of the other stuff first. I just want to tell you what we have. We've got those specials and everything, and with it, I'm going to keep trying to get as much currency as I can every time to have something like that, because I just think that it's kind of cool, and I got a good connection to get some of these bills, at a steady pace, but they're going up price a little bit now. But anyway, we got something for everybody in there. And the one thing the products do all around is they cut down your anxiety. Pretty much all the products, I would say, do that, especially the Deltas. But don't be using a ton of them during the day, Just go at it at night, maybe use a half of one, the 9 or the 8, whatever one you prefer, Give them both a try. Like for me, the 8 seems to make me more aware. If I take it, I dream better. I sleep maybe a little better. No, you know what? I sleep the same as the 9. I just like the feel of it a little bit more on sleeping. But I think if it was the evening and I wasn't going to sleep, I think maybe the 9's the way to go. Unless I want to talk to everybody a lot, then I'll try the 8, because it seems like I talk a little bit more when I do that deal. I don't know why, but my brain opens up like I'm smart or something, And,
or maybe you just think you're smart.
Even the regular 1,500 milligram sleep gummies are a little more mellower than the Delta 8s.
Yeah,
they still help you sleep, but if you really have a sleeping problem, the Delta 8 is the one to start out with a half a gummy.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree on that one.
Yeah, not everybody's the same in what you take, everybody. I mean, I've got a neighbor. He can literally take, he could take 10, 25 Delta 8s or whatever, and he could still run around the block. I don't know. He's been smoking pot since he's about 10 years old, I think. That's why. I think he's used to it or something. But yeah, he's on the gummies now. At least he's getting healthy instead of smoking all the time. That's for sure. And then some people. Go ahead,
Matty. Sorry.
No, I was going to say, a guy like me, man, I can't tolerate that much. Truthfully, I can't. And I know my limits, so and yeah, I did a talk with. What's that, Kevin? Go ahead.
I was going to say, Matt, you and I, Matty, we've been talking a lot about. We get a lot of questions. And Matt and I talked about this yesterday. What products to use for what, and this and that, and a lot of people will email me and, why can't you guys put some statements up? And we really got to watch what we say and making any claims, because we did get hollered at a few years ago. And so we sort of just play it cool, because we're not doctors. We can't rightfully tell you, this gummy or this product is going to do this and this and this. Not only that, it puts us in a legal position, but we can generally tell you that all our products, like Matt just said, helps you with anxiety. It will help you with inflammation. We got the sleep gummies, we got the sleep formula, and we got the Delta 8s that will help you sleep. A lot of this stuff has helped with seizures, cancer patients, and the dog stuff. Pet stuff helps the pets mellow out if they're real rambunctious, or if they got joint pain and they're having a hard time moving around. And it's pretty hard. You'd have to take an awful lot to ever OD off of CBD.
I mean,
nobody ever has.
yeah, they're
No,
literally,
no.
I mean, in the history of it, nobody has ever.
No. So,
And trust me, it is one of the most studied things out there because they wanted to find something wrong with it. And there's over 6,000 U.S. government studies alone showing the efficacy, the efficiency, the capability, the safety. It really is the only thing you run a chance of getting addicted to is not hurting, because it's one of the least addictive substances known after they have studied it. So yeah. Anyways, you guys know I'm a huge fan. Oh wow.
Yeah, and the only thing that's going against it now is that a lot of states made a lot of money on getting people on the prescription CBD or THC or whatever,
on the medical marijuana side of it.
Yeah, medical marijuana, right? And they generally, last I heard, it was like $500 to $600 for the appointment. Then they pay a couple hundred, and it's up to the pharmacy what to give them. And truthfully, almost to everybody I talked to that was on a prescription, they got so blitzed that they couldn't even hardly stand up. A lot of these, the word that most of the seniors tell me, they were spaced out completely on what they got from their medical marijuana deal. And it's just not necessary. You can start out with a gummy or a CBD gummy. And truthfully, the CBD gummies, the regular ones, I'm going to tell you something. We got a warehouse guy, Scotty, and Kevin will attest to this. The guy, he was hurting pretty bad, but then I made the rule. I said it last week, he can eat as many regular gummies as he wants during the day, not the THC ones, but the regular ones. And he does. He has at least probably, 15, And, he works hard, but he actually runs it. Around the deal. I got a video of him. I'm gonna send it to you, Mark, and you can play it next week of him running. And he's an old beat up guy, but you know what? I treat the guys at the warehouse good, and Kevin knows that. I give them what they want, and because they work hard, and we're on concrete, it sucks kind of. I mean, I everybody's on concrete, but you know what I'm saying? It's hey, if you work for me, I treat you good. That's all I can say. And ain't nobody quitting, So, but anyway,
the other thing too, man, I think we should mention, like we were talking about, folks, when you're doing your orders, make sure that you're getting exactly what you want, because it's almost impossible once you make your order for us to change it or take something off or add something, because it goes through a system called ShipStation, and when we get that order, we're on it right away, and it's getting done and it's going out the way we got the facility set up right now. So it's almost impossible for us to change things in the middle of an order. So please, folks, when you make an order, make sure you're getting what you want and knowing what you want.
I was going to say something else too, Kevin. Like Mark, I pointed out, when you first started, I'd see, watching the show, that was, I don't know, about 3 years ago, 2.5, and, but all of a sudden you get so big that you're getting so many calls and so many emails, and just keep whatever you put on the email to Kevin, just keep it real kind of condensed, instead of 3 or 4 paragraphs, keep it down to 3 or 4 sentences, because, even though Kevin loves everybody and everything, and I do too, but, it's just, man, you just don't have time to spend 15 minutes with each person, You just don't. There just isn't enough time in the day. And Mark found that out too with all his emails. He probably started out with 5, 10, 15, 20, and now he's got probably 5, 10, 15,000.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you do, and that's the negative, and the positive of helping so many people is that becomes overwhelming at some point, and then you start losing in that personal touch, and it's tough, but at the same time you want to be able to help other people, so it is so tough.
Well, it's been really fun too, because thank you folks, because you've sent so many nice complimentary emails and that really lift Matt and I up, and I read them and I thought, okay, I'm sending this one on to Matt. He's got to see this. This is going to pump him up. And it's exciting. It's really cool, especially when I hear things like, I haven't slept for 20 or 30 years. And for the first time, I've taken
Kevin,
the Delta H gummy and I sleep.
I had a lady reach out, and I took the time to call her back, and I rarely do when somebody just emails a number but it's somebody who's been just a regular in the in the community for a while. So I was like, okay, I'm going to let myself out, and and give up a phone number which I protect fiercely, or I would never get any sleep. And she was like, look, it's been 15, 20 years since I've had a real night's sleep. Now I can take one of these and I sleep straight for 5.5, 6 hours. She gets up, restroom, whatever, and then is able to go back to sleep for a couple more hours. And she was literally in tears about finally, the first time in. Can you imagine how tough that would be to not be able to sleep? So many people have that problem, and I'm blessed and fortunate that mine only happens when there's a lot of turmoil in life, and you just too much going on in your brain. But for the most part, I lay my head down, I'm asleep. I'm not one of those staring at the ceiling, counting sheep. I'm just boom, toast.
Wow.
But it made me feel so good for you guys. It made me feel so good, and makes me feel good about you guys being my sponsor, and it did. It made me feel good all the way around.
Oh, we love you, brother Mark. And it just one that brought me to tears the other day is because I had 3 daughters, and this lady called and she says, my teenage daughter, she's only 15, and she says, we've tried everything. She's got these migraine headaches so bad, and it wipes her out. And she's taking our products. I think she's taking the Miracle Gold, and she said she doesn't have the headaches anymore. And
yeah, that's pretty cool.
I thought, wow, because I took some bad stuff with that. I was taking to beat up the metabolism with that stuff that was really bad that they stopped putting into these products, but it caused pains in my head one time, and I went through this for 3 months, and then I quit taking that product. And but I had pains in my head so bad, so I thought about that, and I could be empathetic of wow, this poor teenage girl having these bad headaches like that. I can't imagine, and now she's released from them through a product. So that was cool too.
Hey, I just want to say one thing. Okay, so, and that's really cool, Kevin, what you said, and Mark. But this is one product that I'll call them the bad guys that were running the show. Okay, they never wanted this out there like it is now. Never.
Oh God,
not
no.
In a million years they didn't. Because this is changing what they stuff down your throat that they think is good, that makes them money, what they build your materials for and charge you an arm and a leg. The cotton clothes that 99.9% out of you are wearing right now, and I'm included, have been sprayed so much with pesticides that it leaches off into your body your whole life, okay? Mm-hmm. Now, when we get the hemp clothing here, and it's going to take a few years for the companies to get up to snuff, especially in the last few years with all the BS, okay? But there's going to come a period, and you'll all be alive when there's going to be hemp clothes, okay? And cotton is just so, it's going to be so much cheaper in the long run than cotton clothes, and it's going to be so much good for you because they don't have to spray it with pesticides, okay? The bugs don't like it. Building materials, the bugs don't like it. I'm pretty sure termites don't like it. So that'll solve a big problem for a lot of people in termite areas, you know. I'm just saying that because of this product, it's going to make the whole world a better place, okay? And this is one way, by supporting it, whether you support us or anybody else in the CBD business that sells anything hemp. And I'm not saying go to a bazaar and pay $75 for a hemp shirt, you know, or whatever. But when the hemp clothing does come out and stuff, use it, you know.
Oh, absolutely.
Because,
absolutely.
it's good for you.
It
You know?
is. And if you, for anybody that's tried like hemp cloth or whatever, I mean, they're like, oh man, it can be rough. That's because we don't have the same processing ability or manufacturing ability we used to have with it. I've had some that is absolutely as smooth as bamboo. And for those that haven't experienced like bamboo sheets or like bamboo towels or something like that, you are missing out. It is like a growing, I don't know how you would, like Mother Nature's silk. It's amazing. But hemp products are like that as well. Tough, durable. It's amazing.
Wow. Hey, so everybody, if you want to know how to get in the site, this is probably the biggest thing we run into, Mark, is that they forget about the password, you know, and I think it's because people tell their buddies and this and that. They don't even, you know, they don't even hear the whole deep story. But you get into the CBDgurus.com, and I know gurus is a weird word, you know, it's hard to even spell, you know, Gurus. I mean, we probably should have had something else that was easier, but, you know, that's just the way it was.
Yeah, right.
When you get in there, you just get into MZ Wholesale and you put in backwards KRAMCBD, and it's all lowercase, KRAMCBD, Cram CBD, and that's marked backwards, but it's KRAMCBD. Yeah. And then you just go in there and order, and we got all their specials now, and the currency deal, and the Bolivar, the Dawn. And
I think we forget, Maddie, though, to go to the top of the page right when they get to the site, and there's a little pull down up on the right where it'll pull down and it'll say wholesale. Then go to wholesale, then the MarkZ, and then you put the code number in.
Yeah, and we got soaps, we got bath bombs, we got capsules. We got oils. We got the gummies. The gummies are big. Hey, and our gummies too. They're all pectin, and they're all natural and everything. It's all natural fruits in there. There's nothing There's not one artificial speck in our gummies at all. That's 100%.
While we're on that one, I've had some people asking the flavors on the Delta 8s because the Delta 9s come in so many different flavors. Delta 8's not asking you that one. Me personally, I like the flavor of the Delta 8s better than the Delta 9s, but somebody asked, what are those flavors? Where are they coming in? How do they come?
We have pineapple in the Delta 8, we've got pomegranate in the Delta 8, and we've got strawberry and cream. We just mix it all together, you know? And see, we go back and forth on that, me and Lucas. Lucas likes just certain flavors, and I like a little assortment in there, right? And the package, and guess which one sells better? The assorted one, you know? Because, I mean, think about it. You're taking that thing, it tastes like fruit. It's really good stuff. And it's like, it's not like you're going to Costco or whatever, the grocery store, and you're buying a 2-pound bag of gummies and you're going to go nuts. You're just eating like a half of one, and it's going to taste good. So, I mean, you know, okay. The Delta 8, it's an assortment of flavors. The Delta 9s, we got in different flavors. And they're all good. I don't think there's a bad flavor. If there was a garlic flavor, I would still eat it. You know, I really would. But we don't have garlic. But I don't know.
Why? Because you don't like Italians? You don't want them to have like?
I'm here for the little kind of, you know what? The fruity taste. I want the fruity taste. Yes.
We're just gonna leave that, Kevin. We're just gonna leave the whole Matt and fruity thing alone, okay?
Probably tell the folks out there too, because holy cow, for the last month I got emails, tons of them. When you gonna get that 2,000 pain back? Well, folks, it's back. It's the first product out there on the top of the list in our special. And
I forgot about that, Kevin. I didn't mention that. Yeah, that's on the special. Yes, I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay.
Hey, wait. What's on the special?
Awesome. The pain Cream 2000. That's made by Lucas's Egyptian buddy. So that's the old recipe from the old country there in Egypt. Old country. Yeah, and that's okay. There's a form of that sells out there on that giant place, but it has no CBD in it. It's the biggest selling lotion in the country. So.
Oh, it has like black seed oil in it?
He's got CBG in there, I think.
It's got yeah, it does. It's got CBG and CBD. It's got emu oil, and it's got some other. I'd have to look at it here. I'd have to grab one, and I don't have. Well, I do have it.
Lucas said that he pressed all his own. What do they call them? Oils, essential oils that go in there that are really strong essential oils.
Yeah, we're just fortunate enough to get to the guy because he only makes he makes a ton of it, but he only makes so much. Like if you were to call him right now and say, hey, I want to get in your deal and start having supply me, he'd say no because he's full. The only reason we get it is because of Lucas, that's all. And I'm happy about that for sure.
Oh, yeah, that stuff is unbelievable.
You could wear that. All you high school kids out there listening, all 5 of you, you could wear that to your prom.
Oh, 5 of you.
No, or for our crowd, your 50th year reunion.
They're better off to go to the homecoming football team because they'll think it's coming off the field.
What's that?
They'll think the smell is coming off the field, the football field, if they go to the homecoming queen or game.
I'm thinking of getting a van, Mark, and going to football stadiums during the fall and try and handing out, I don't know, a couple 3,000 gummy samples at every tailgate deal.
Dude, I think you're onto something. Yeah, we'll talk about that one.
I'm gonna do it. When you just said it, I'm in now. Because Kevin was trying to slow me down on it. I said, come on, Kevin. No, I hate Kevin. I'm just kidding. Well, I'm going to do that. I'm going to get a van. It's going to be the Guru Delta van. Delta 8 and 9 Guru van. You know what? We'll have regular gummies too because you want to be able to take the ambiance of the game and just be clear.
All right, what are you using? Yeah, I hear you. What are you using for preservatives in them? I had somebody asking that question as well. In the gummies.
In the gummies?
Yes.
There is no preservatives. It's all natural. There's no preservative.
Yeah,
I'm going to look at the ingredients right here. Let me see.
I'm guessing probably the only thing they're using is going to be like an ascorbic acid or something that is a natural, basically a citrus derivative that works as a natural preservative.
Okay, I'm going to name it. Let's see. We got organic tapioca syrup. We got everything is all fruit. Let me see. Pectin, something called starch and agar gum. We got citric acid, yes. Man, I can't even read this thing. I need spirulina extract, something like that.
That's actually a super oxidative. It helps neutralize oxidative stress. So that's a great one to be in there.
Sunflower lecithin, fruit and vegetable juice for color, and beta carotene for color, and malic acid. That's it. I think plus the fruit stuff I kind of passed over, but it's just fruit. So, but it's all good stuff. It's not any of those chemicals, and I'm really happy about that because, I want to be all natural.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about you wanting to be all natural, Matt, but all right.
I try to eat really good and everything, but my deal is, I do. I eat good stuff, Kevin knows I go to the supermarket deli at night sometimes.
Absolutely.
They got chicken, they got roast beef, and it's you buy it by the pound, man. It's cool. So, anyways, yeah, and you know what? I do eat bread, so people people shy away from bread. I eat bread, but I eat this. It's like a fruit cranberry bread. It's really good.
Is it Dave? Is that some of that Dave's bread?
Some of the what?
Some of that Dave's bread. There's some company out there, Dave something, and he does all kinds of natural breads. And I've had a lot of people talk about that one. You just have to keep in mind when you buy it, it's because it's no preservatives, no whatever, everything in it is natural and organic. That its shelf life is pretty short, but it's not bad. Yeah, JB just said Dave's Killer Bread. Yeah, that's the name of the company. And Janet wants to be wants you guys to fly around. She'll walk around with the gummies on a tray for these like give outs. You start hitting the. Of course, I don't know if they're going to know what to do with them at a Vikings game, but.
Yeah, wait a second. Is she from Minnesota area?
I'll have to find out. I don't know if she is or isn't.
I mean, because I'm going to be driving, and it's like I envision it's like one of those old bands from the 70s, like a love band, and I'm sure Kevin will be like in back. He'll have the whole couch and everything back there, and spinning light and everything. So yeah, she can deal with Kevin. She's in.
Oh my God.
Hey, on bread, though, truly, if you get a bread and it doesn't mold after a week and a half,
yeah, it's full of preservatives. I mean, that's all you need to know. If your bread can last that long, like Al, you guys call him Doers, man, friend of mine, he's Staten Island, just stockbroker. I mean, just a trade, just anyway, world class guy, just top notch. And he will send me bagels from Staten Island, but he has to freeze them first and then send them out like next day. Otherwise, they literally maybe 2 days and they will start because they don't have all the preservatives. But man, are they good? You guys, I'm telling you, those Staten Island bagels are something. But just same thing with bread. If it's not rotting within 4 or 5 days or starting to mold, that means it's full of preservatives. You need to be a little scared of it.
Right, that's exactly it. So when you open the gummy packs, get rid of them in 4 or 5 days. No, I'm just kidding, everybody. No, they can last you 2-3 weeks, a month, and probably longer. Probably those Delta 8 cans, probably in Delta 9s, you could have a party, maybe not tonight if you didn't order them, but by next Tuesday or Wednesday. Hey, and you know what, Mark, we are getting the orders out a lot faster. We really are. I mean, we're getting them out a lot faster now.
Yeah, that's good.
Because Matt, I got a lot of emails that are saying, "Wow, thank you. That's the fastest I've ever got my order."
Well, we were caught up. We were caught up last night. So I mean, today we won't be. But
it was funny. I mean, you guys are talking about all this food, and I was thinking about the CBD and some of the products and this and that. And I was watching YouTube last night. They had all these old commercials on. I don't know if you remember that old Edie's ice cream commercial where they had this guy in this gal. They were rollerblading on the sidewalk, and they could hardly even stand up. And then this Edie's ice truck comes by, and they speed up, and they just go about 80 miles an hour on those rollerblades, chasing the truck down. Oh, that was funny.
Just even that CBD in it, they'd be going faster.
Oh, yeah.
Delta 8, you know what? I can see Delta 8 ice cream pretty soon. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, wouldn't surprise me at all at some point.
Hey, but everybody, go to the site. It's the CBDgurus.com. Get into MZ Wholesale. And, one other thing, and I'm not trying to be crazy about it. I'm just telling you what is told to me, from Lucas. And his suppliers, they really are raising their prices on stuff, and I'm not saying that. We'll always have the product, and I'll give you the best price I can for sure, but it's kind of weird. I think prices are heading up pretty good, I don't even want to repeat what some of them told him. Some of them say to him, yeah, some of this raw material we get you, Lucas, that's why he's running around today checking some stuff out. It's going up like 50%, and he's like, 50%, So, anyways, that's the truth. I'm just telling you the truth. So,
yeah, we're seeing
everybody's trying to make more money out there, and I hate that.
Yeah, well, it's a combination of that, and their money doesn't go as far. So, I mean, we're seeing, you guys' manufacturing costs, and then the fuel cost to deliver it. I mean, it's the world we live in till we get sound money.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think, I'll tell you what. I'm telling you right now, getting gold and silver is getting very, very, very hard. Okay.
Yep. It sure is.
I mean, I don't know about the gold, but well, I do know about the gold, but I don't buy that. But I'm just saying, it's getting tough to get. Trust me, it's really getting tough to get. And wait till people start diving in there in a couple weeks to get it. It's going to be real tough to get.
Yeah, I need to. Matter of fact, I'm gonna squeeze an order in today after we wrap this one up.
Yeah.
Your poor Vikings are catching us. All right, which games are we gonna, pop up at? I'm willing to go, do one like at a Charlotte game. We'll set up a tent, whatever, and give out some CBD gurus. Maybe do a one of our podcasts, from a parking lot. Might be kind of fun.
Mark, you know what? I think this would be the. Remember we talked about the motorhome thing?
Yeah.
I think that's what we do. We do the motorhome, and we hit college games on Saturdays.
All right.
We can be out there tailgating, and we can be out there talking to the kiddies and the adults. I'm just saying the college kids. Not the small kids, but and then all their parents and everything. And I'm telling you, I've been at the tailgate things. They're panic, man. And you know what the fun one was? I was at a few years back was North Dakota State. My God, they got a pretty good party deal going up there, and pretty good team too, But yeah, I'd love to do that. I would love it. And you know what? We'll have a contest. We'll bring just regular people out there with us too. We'll get to that town and they can jump in the rig and go to the game. That's what we'll do.
I'll do some of them with you, and that way, if it means anything to them, they get to meet and greet and hang out, and we'll tailgate when we're at them, and they can say hello, meet you guys, meet me, help if they want to help hand some out.
That'd be cool.
It'd be great fun.
Yeah,
You're in Puerto Rico right now, aren't you, Mark?
Yes, and it is. It's amazing down here. I feel bad for the people, the corruption they've had in their government, and the average Puerto Rican just wants a better life. I tell you, it's tough not to come down here and want to give all the help you can. I mean, the place is just beautiful. The people are super nice.
Wow.
It's neat. I can only imagine without the corruption you get rid of, the IRS, you get rid of all the others, just how this place can explode.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's a nice area. I haven't been there for a while, but been there a few times. I love the area. San Juan, Puerto Rico.
No, it's even prettier when you get out of San Juan. Get up in the mountains, go see some of the southern coast. I've not been to the west coast yet. That's on my list tomorrow. Tomorrow I don't have any set meetings. Might have with a development group, a coding development group. May have a meal tomorrow, but it's one of those meet and greets, not a like sit down interview them thing. But in either Racon or Dorado. But I'm really looking forward to it. There is so much more here than just San Juan. Like San Juan's the ugly part, if there is an ugly part.
Yeah. I think the times I went there, it was on a cruise ship where San Juan was there, and you stopped there for a little bit. And you didn't get to experience much of it.
Now Old San Juan, which is cruise ships drop you kind of close, you can go up to, and it's got the fort here left from 400 or 500 years ago. And that is something, the cobblestone streets, the old Spanish architecture. That's Old San Juan is beautiful.
Yeah.
Hey, Ellen, can you put a shout out there to Kukla?
Oh, absolutely.
For helping pass the CBD group to John to people. Thanks a lot, Kukla.
Yes, thank you.
I tried hard not to say your real name.
Yeah, you did well.
I didn't say it.
And of course, Mark, we always want to thank you for all that you do for us and where you've taken us. And it's just been such a wonderful support from the folks that follow you. Awesome people.
Oh, world class. I am blessed by this community. Just blessed.
Yeah, it's been fun watching you start at the beginning, Mark. Before like 3 years ago when I used to watch and you had about 50 viewers, did you have a show before that years ago? Or
No, never. I would occasionally pop in and guest in chat rooms, but never nobody ever saw anything. I was just a MarkZ. I was just a name typing and sharing. Back in the day when Okie Oil Man, and then of course Hortensia over at Intel for You. Some great conversations with her over the years. I tell you, she's had a tough run of it, taking care of family and her own health. But yeah, no, before that, and then I was seeing so many folks giving up, and that's why I started doing one. I was watching, and I didn't, I never thought, hey, I'm going to be, influencing anybody or out there, and anybody's ever going to, see me or take. It was frustrating seeing some of the boards on occasion and seeing the number of people that were just throwing in the towel. I was like, yeah, how would you like to be, I'm trying to remember the tale. It's a field full of diamonds or something like that. The guy, sells his farm, goes off to find, diamond fields, searches all over the place, and then the largest diamond ever found was like actually on the farm. It was like, a rock he used to use as a doorstop, and he had never paid attention to, the blessings, right around him. He was like trying to find, and I was like, these people are going to be the same way. They're going to unload their currency, and then maybe it's a year, maybe it's 2 years, maybe it's 2 days later, and then it is going to hit, and the Iraqi people are going to be living well, the Vietnamese people, all this stuff, and they're going to have to live with, I never saw it through. I didn't finish. So for me, that's why I jumped in. It was going to be miserable. Yes, it's been, a little over 3 years, even though everybody keeps telling me, I've been following you for 6. And I'm like, I haven't been doing this that long. But
a couple of guys at the warehouse, Mark, it was, they don't know a lot about the RV stuff, And I was kind of explaining to them, I said, they said, well, the U.S. will never let this happen. And I said, well, let's take a look here. And so we brought up the world population, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're 4.5%.
Exactly.
And when I showed those two that, they go, that's all we are? I said, yeah, there's 95% of the world that don't want this thing, basically.
Yeah, they need it. It's just Matt, before you joined this morning, I shared it's called the Sandman documents. Let me see if I can pull those up, make certain I get it. Yeah, Project Sandman, to dropping in the dominance of the U.S. dollar over 100 other countries. And we're talking like 60-some% of the world's population has already signed on to this just to get rid of the strength of the U.S. dollar and the petrodollar, because we've used it to basically colonize, make the whole rest of the world a U.S. colony, which, it's great if you think that we are 100%, up front and caring and never do anything never anything wrong or nefarious. Then, okay, maybe kind of cool, but that's just not the reality of it. So it's, yeah.
And everybody out there, you gotta watch the mainstream news, what to listen to. I seen something the other day and I started laughing. They said production of oil coming out of Venezuela was like literally 2% of the world production, and I almost fell off my chair because that ain't true. All you got to do is do a little bit of digging, and it's a hell of a lot more than that. You know what I mean?
No, it is.
It's a lot more than they say the Russians are doing too. The Russians are, oh my God, these guys do a lot of stuff that people, the mainstream people, just throw out there. And oh yeah, Venezuela's got 2%. In reality, they probably got 25% of the production right now. Are you kidding me? Come on, And you'd have to be naive to think that the whole world isn't buying their stuff with crypto coins, because there ain't no restrictions on them all over the damn place. You know what I'm saying, Mark?
Oh, sure.
And I hope you didn't get in any trouble for that,
Nah. I'm enjoying all the people's comments and stuff in here.
What's that?
I'm enjoying everybody's comments and stuff in here. Just fantastic.
Yeah, so and you know what? If you hear a little bit of an inkling about something on the news, trust me, it's already happened. Well, China's going to be talking to Saudi Arabia about maybe doing the world's oil in yuan. If they're talking about it, they're already doing it. You just don't know it yet here.
Well, the reality is, the leaders, whatever you want to call it, Heritage Trust, I'm trying to think of a good name for it. Call it the cabal, call it whatever you want. They wanted to use everybody's oil but the oil in the U.S. so that when it was all done, they can't imagine a world of free energy. All they can imagine is a world of control. So they want to use everybody else's oil because we've got more oil than Venezuela and Saudi Arabia, combined, sitting right there in the Dakotas and the area here in the U.S., but we're not going hard after it. I mean, we've known this for what, guys, 10 years, 15 years that we've got those kind of reserves, but we want to use everybody else's, bankrupt the entire rest of the world, use them as our pawns, as our serfs to grow things for us, to, clean our houses. It really is just nuts, the world we're living in. They want to convince you that it's not it's a world of abundance, but they want to convince you it's a world of scarcity and that somebody has to be in charge and control, and that's just not how it has to be. Doesn't have to be. They got to learn how to imagine a different world. We've got to learn how to imagine a different world.
Well, the other thing too, Mark, is that, and you know as well as I do, I think all of us do, and I'm probably all the folks listening, is they play the magic trick act. It's like, this is what's going on in this right hand. Keep your eye on this right hand, because this is where the trick's going to happen. But over in the other hand, they're doing something else, but they want you to keep your eye on that right hand, And I think it's a lot of it's a distraction in the news. I think they announce this big something happening or going on, but they want you to keep your eye there while they do some other shenanigan over here.
Oh, absolutely. Somebody asking, can they combine more than one of the specials? In other words, can they order special number 1 and special number 3 and still get the currency that goes with it? Somebody just wanted to make.
Order as many as you want right now. Yeah, as many as you want. Yeah, we're geared up to do a lot of it now. So, stay under like 1,000 units. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, stay under 1,000 units. Breezy, they're good until they run out, but they'll let you know on the website if they run out on the currency side. Otherwise, they usually run their specials for at least the whole week. I don't know if you guys are still doing that.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. The only thing we ran out of last week was the nootropic, and but that'll be back Thursday of this coming week. Yeah, and that was a good one.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Surprised, And generally, if we run out, that will just call me and say, hey, you better take this out of stock. So if you see it out of stock, that means we ran out.
Gotcha. All right, guys, I need to start wrapping up because I've got to explain one currency thing and then sing happy birthday to somebody before I can call it a day.
Hey, thanks a lot, Mark. Thanks, everybody, and everybody have a great week coming up. I think things are getting crazy. So
I agree. Mark. You're welcome, Kevin. Take care, Matt and Kevin.
Yeah.
All right.
See you, Mark.
Enjoy your time down there. Be safe and blessed.
All right. Thanks, guys. All right,
Yep.
Bye-bye.
All right. The CBD gurus themselves had somebody asking on, who are the folks at the bank? All of my contacts that are involved with redemption, guys, are wealth management. They're in the wealth management side of it, and they don't sit around all day in a redemption center twiddling thumbs. Most days they're out in the field meeting with people like you and I, working on our retirement or whatever. How much money are you investing? They sit down and speak with you on that, and then they take turns on the redemption center side of it, or work from it in wealth management. That's the overwhelming majority. And somebody asked, why would they offer more? Oil for dinar is probably one of the best examples. And of course, contract rates, banks won't offer you more because they want you as a customer. They are going to desperately need you. Also, countries are willing to buy our dinar because they get to turn it in for cheap oil over time to Iraq for Iraqi oil. So that's one of the reasons why contract rates are even a thing. And I wanted to make certain I'd shared those two because I had questions early on, and I mentioned I would. All right. I'm going to sing the happy birthday thing real quickly, and then I've got a lot to get to today. So they tell me it's your birthday. Well, happy birthday, darling. May you live, may you love. Make all your dreams come true. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. For all those celebrating, enjoy it. SJCW, thank you, man. Thank you. I'm looking forward to it. Man, now I need to just get out there and start enjoying it and stop thinking about work for a day. That's exactly what I'm going to do for the rest of the day and tomorrow, and then back at it Monday morning. I will see you all at 10 a.m. for coffee Monday morning. Time Traveler, you're welcome. And Time Traveler, if I missed anything, I will look for you in the next podcast in case you have another question, because those were Great questions. And so many new people, I forget often that we never cover some of the basics anymore because we just assume everybody knows it. And it's just not accurate. All right, guys, I will see you on the other side.